Welcome to Dad Does, and today we are reviewing a 1080p HD camera. Where is it? Well, it's right here in my hand. This is the new Polaroid Cube. Look how tiny this thing is, and it's actually recording right now. John, wave to the camera. John is being filmed by this as I'm being filmed. So this is the Polaroid Cube. Shoots a full 1080p HD, 124 degree wide angle lens. We're going to go over some of the other features and give you a closer look at the Polaroid Cube. Showing now what you want to see, and this is actual footage taken with the Polaroid Cube in 1080p, although we're showing it on YouTube, so it's going to be scaled down to 720p. But it looks good. We want to point out, though, it's a $99 camera, so it's not at the level of a GoPro Hero, a $400 camera. It doesn't really compete on that level, but it's a solid HD camera. I think this is really about fun. We're going to talk about this more later, but the magnetic aspect of it, how it's just something you can pick up, have fun with. But we're showing here some of the issues when you point it at bright light, adjusting to different lighting conditions. You can have some shadows and some issues there, but overall a very acceptable picture. Where it really shines is with some of the action. It is 60 frames a second, so just throwing this BMO here, we're going to show it in slow motion here. And because you've got that 60 frames per second, things look really clear in slow motion as well. So taking a closer look at the Polaroid Cube here, this is all about simplicity. It doesn't really get much simpler than this. We're going to show it to you. There's not much to show off in terms of how you operate it. Here is a button on top. There's only one. You hold this down for 3 seconds, that will turn it on. You'll see the green light go on. That means that it's now on. Now if I want to record video, I'm going to press this twice. 1, 2. And you see how it's now blinking red? I'm now shooting video, so that's how you shoot video. If I want to stop, I press once. It stops. Now the other function you have is you can take a 6 megapixel picture. So if I just press this button once, you see how it goes red and then right back to green. It just snapped a picture, 6 megapixel picture there. And I'm going to show you the bottom here. This is one of the cool selling points of it. This is magnetic here. So the way this works is you can stack this on anything magnetic. So stick it on your car, stick it on your bike, stick it on whatever you like, which is metal, and this will stack onto it. They also make a number of mounts, and we'll show you some more of those so that you can have some fun and do some different things with it. Now you're probably wondering though, where's the memory card? Where's the battery? How do you charge it? So I'm going to show you the back here. This is what you will unscrew this to show where the memory card goes in, an SD card, and also the very simple switch. So let's show you how that works. All right, so here's the kind of strange part. In order to open this, you're going to need a coin, because you go like this, just turn it a quarter turn, and it's going to pop right off. So pretty easy, but you do need that coin. And then inside of here, here's where you have the very simple settings. We're going to zoom in as much as we can so you can see it, but it's pretty small. So just showing what is inside here, you've got your micro USB jack. That is how you would charge it up, hook it up to the computer. If you want to download the video or photos, you can do it that way, or take the micro SD card out and put in your computer and do it that way as well. It does come with a cable to hook this up to your computer. Then you've got a switch, 720p, 1080p. Those are your only choices. Finally on top, this is where the micro SD card goes in. So that's it. You know, this is very simple. Kind of reminds us of the old flip camera days where you had a button, you pressed it, it recorded, and that was it. People loved it because of simplicity, and I think that's what people are going to like about this Polaroid Cube, the simplicity. Real quickly, want to go over some of the features they show on the Polaroid Cube on their site. This is all about fun. It's about having a camera you can pick up and just go. It's small, it's tiny, it's got an hour and a half of battery life, it's splash proof, it's magnetic, you can hook it up to a golf club, take some crazy shots. If you go into this expecting to get a GoPro Hero, a $400 camera, you're not going to get that quality. You're not going to get all those features. But you get an HD, full 1080p, 60 frames per second, nice wide view lens. And you have a lot of fun with it, and it's under $100. Showing here the fun aspect, they make these different mounts for it. So something that looks like a monkey, they make a waterproof mount, tripod mount, a lot of different mounts, so you can use this in all different ways. So we're testing out the Polaroid Cube here. This is a quick sound test, so I'm standing what I would say is about 4 or 5 feet from the camera, talking at a normal voice. Looks like it has a small microphone on it. A little bit windy out here, so we're going to see how this sounds when we play it back. So sound quality surprisingly good there, but it showed one of the problems, the iris adjusting to light. You have some shadows. The video quality can be an issue when you have those different light conditions. Showing it here, we hooked it up to a scooter and now we're riding around. Not really great for this. As you see, it looks pretty bumpy. Again, acceptable. It's under $100. You can get some good footage, but when it's moving around like that, you do see some of the bumps. We're going to show you probably a better use condition. This is if you hold it still and let the other action happen. Here we're throwing that BMO again, and you see it looks really nice, really sharp. I think the 60 frames per second really works out well here. And again, that's when you have the Polaroid cube pretty steady. Going to show some slow motion here. And because of the 60 frames per second, you get really nice rotation, able to see a lot with the Polaroid cube. Showing here, we're just shooting off some darts, again in slow motion, looks cool. And that's probably how we would use it most, is try to keep the cube relatively steady and let the action happen all around you. Here's another one with some slow motion. As you see it bounce off the garage, 60 frames per second. You're able to see that very clearly. We think this is pretty impressive in a sub $100 camera. Here, showing off that it is splash proof, waterproof. You might not want to go diving with it, but we got it plenty wet, and as you can see, it works fine. Again, that's probably the aspect of just having fun with it. You're in the rain, you're splashing at the pool, you can pull it out and have fun. Showing some photos here. So 6 megapixel photos, these look pretty good for a video camera. You know, video cameras will never have as nice photos as a DSLR, but these are solid photos. Thought they looked pretty nice for something coming out of a video camera. Now, again, showing here, here's a refrigerator. We've got our bottle opener on it, and look, we have our video camera on there as well. So it's kind of a different way of thinking about a video camera with that magnet on it. Could drop it on a car here. The kids are going to have fun and set up different spy missions. We had a nail, I have it up on a nail here on our porch, provide a little surveillance video that way. So really cool, that magnetic aspect of it. Crazy stuff here. This is the tube to a vacuum cleaner. Have it hooked up there, showing the magnet's pretty strong. I'm not sure why you would do this, but I'm sure the kids are going to come up with fun ways of hooking this up to things. Here's what it looks like on the other end coming out of the Polaroid cube. Create some kind of crazy shots with it. So overall, we like the Polaroid cube as an additional fun camera. Not going to replace your high-end cameras, but just something fun you can have. It's easy, simple, long battery life of an hour and a half, and you still get HD quality. So there you go, a quick look at the Polaroid cube. Come on over to daddoes.com. We're going to have a full review over on the site.